All right, well, something is brewing in Southeast Texas. The Art Museum of Southeast Texas will have on display the art of beer. And here with more is Chairperson Jeff Wheeler. And when I say display, I mean display of all different types of beers.
Every type of beer you can possibly think of.
Awesome.
Over 100 different styles, actually. So.
Now, is it going to be like from all over the country, all over the world?
All over the country and the world. Mostly it's an American-based selection, but we will have stuff from England and Germany and all around the place. So.
And if I recall, this is the 7th annual. How did this all kind of come together, this idea?
You know, it started kind of as a grassroots deal in the craft movement that's been going on now for, I guess, about 10 years in the area, and has just grown so much from that point. You know, I think we had 50 people the very first time the art museum did it, and now, you know, we have anywhere from 500 to 600 folks out there.
I'm sure. So. And it's an actual fundraiser.
Mm-hmm. It is a fundraiser.
What does the proceeds go towards?
It goes directly to the art museum, so it supports all their education and exhibition endeavors, and you know, really helps bring really cool and interesting events into the area. Okay,
so kind of, you know, that's the backing for the art museum. Mm-hmm. Now, for people that want to be able to attend, what do they need to know?
Well, you can call the art museum or go to the art museum's website, and it's $60 for non-members and $50 for current members. And if you want to volunteer, it's $25, and that gives you 2 hours. Mm-hmm. 2 hours of drinking and 2 hours of volunteer time. So, and there's still spots available for the volunteer portion as well.
Okay,
so.
As a chairperson, kind of explain to me. Okay, so I walk into the art museum. What do I see? What, you know, and just kind of take me through.
Well, first off, we have a ton of really cool things donated, raffled off, so you can come in and get anything that you could possibly think of, private tastings or baskets of beer and goodies, and then beyond that, we'll have all sorts of vendors. Chef Chuck Harris and Kellen Bradford are going to be out there giving, and Thibodeau's are going to have food that will be available to pair with all the different beers, and then out in the courtyard we'll have a bunch of different tables set up and over 100 different beers pouring, and, you know, different styles of beer and everything you could possibly think of, from barrel-aged beer that's been aging for, you know, years to light, refreshing lagers that some people are used to. So.
And that's the one thing I was going to ask you. I was trying to think, you know, what are like the beers that I know? Maybe I know like 5 beers that I, you know, actually see. Mm-hmm. But I mean, are there different flavors? What are some of the different flavors? Because I've been hearing about this pumpkin beer.
That's right. Actually, this year, the real popular selection from St. Arnold's is called Pumpkinator. That'll actually come out in a couple weeks. But it's also an ageable beer. So we have a beer a Pumpkinator that was brought out last year that we've been aging that's going to be available. Also, a beer called Crunkin' Pumpkin from Carbach Brewing Company out of Houston. That's their real special fall release. So both of those will be available along with a handful of other pumpkin and fall style profiles. So.
Now, will there be like different fruits, or is it just?
There's some lambic beers that are that have raspberry in them, and other beers that are just real crisp, clean beers, all the way to beers that have been aged in bourbon barrels for a year or so. So.
Okay, so what's your favorite?
To be honest, I like the bourbon barrel aged stuff a whole lot, and that Crunkin' Pumpkin is about one of the best beers around. So, yeah, it's definitely worth trying. So, and if you've never had an aged beer, the Pumpkinator is going to be fantastic. So.
Oh, okay, because it has aged a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, is it, if you age it a little bit more along, then does it taste better, or is that just?
It tastes different. So sometimes it can be better or not so good. But in this case, I think it's going to be fantastic. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for
again. The Art of Beer is going to be Wednesday at 6 o'clock, and it's the 7th annual, and it's going to be at the Art Museum of Southeast Texas.